It's one of the most influential TV shows of all time, but it is not without its frustrations. Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Simpsons moments that made fans rage quit. For this list, we're looking at controversial scenes or episodes from The Simpsons that resulted in a lot of fan backlash and criticism.
Principal Skinner?
Up yours, children.
Number 10, All Hail Lady Gaga.
Claws up, Springfield! Never forget, you're all my little monsters.
It's no secret that The Simpsons has been mediocre for years, but Lisa Goes Gaga reached a new low. Fans absolutely detested this episode, and it is currently the lowest rated episode of the series on IMDb. The reasons for this are plenty, but most of the criticism boils down to the Christ-like depiction of Lady Gaga. The entire episode was a giant ad for Lady Gaga and her music, and it depicted her as some type of literal savior of depression and malaise.
We should go to your house and talk! Incognito!
Oh God.
The cultural references were also cringeworthy, and Lady Gaga's vocal performance was boring and uninspired, as if she were half-heartedly reading off cue cards. The Simpsons has proven time and time again that it can do guest stars right. Lady Gaga just wasn't one of them.
You know what you need? Solitude?
Flash mob.
Number 9, Moe's Attempt. The season 24 episode Whiskey Business is one of the show's bleakest episodes.
Who am I kidding? They don't care about me.
In it, the usually depressed Moe becomes even more despondent and actually attempts suicide. While Moe is typically depicted as being unhappy and miserable, seeing him attempt suicide was surprisingly shocking and graphic. It's nothing compared to, say, 13 Reasons Why, but it's pretty dark stuff for a sitcom that's usually rated TV PG.
And that's why libraries use newspaper rods.
The episode received generally negative reviews from critics, many of whom called it too dark, dreary, and depressing for The Simpsons. When an episode opens with an attempted suicide, you know you're in for some gloomy viewing.
That poor man. We've got to do something to change his life.
Number 8, Bart and Homer prank Skinner.
You'll really help me get revenge?
Yes. What's Skinner's weakness?
Everything.
The thing about pranks is that they can go too far, and when it came to the season 25 episode Yellow Subterfuge, Bart and Homer's prank went way too far. It all started when Skinner disqualified Bart from a school field trip to a submarine. To get his revenge on Skinner, Bart employed both Homer and Agnes Skinner to fake Agnes's death.
Your next step is a drop. No.
This resulted in Skinner obtaining a new identification and briefly fleeing town to avoid being implicated in his own mother's murder. The Simpsons works best when its characters are grounded and relatable. This prank just made Bart and Homer enormously unsympathetic, and it's an unfortunate testament to the show's increasing reliance on dark humor and exaggerated characters.
Look, you kill him, I get rid of him. That's always been our deal. But I do have one question. Do you want the head?
No.
Number 7, Lisa becomes addicted.
No, all I need to stay focused is good old-fashioned fresh air. Nothing like fresh air.
By the time a show enters its 19th season, it should be trying new things. Unfortunately, some of these new things turned out to be really bad ideas. Case in point, Smoke on the Daughter, the episode where Lisa becomes addicted to secondhand cigarette smoke. It is a drastic regression of Lisa's character, who is typically portrayed as the goody two-shoes who runs crying to her mother if she even saw someone smoking a cigarette.
Puff with us! Puff with us!
The smoking is bad message is also a little too on the nose and cliche for The Simpsons, although the episode does earn originality points for having Lisa take responsibility for her addiction rather than blaming cigarettes or tobacco companies.
Oh, what am I doing? I don't need secondhand smoke to do ballet.
Number 6, Homer meets the evil elf jockeys.
What is this place?
Welcome to the secret land of the jockeys.
Most Simpson fans will agree that the show started regressing in quality somewhere between seasons 9 and 11. And while there is no clear delineating episode separating good and bad Simpsons, Saddle Sore Galactica is about as clear as that line gets. This episode is often considered one of the worst of the series, thanks mostly to the outlandish plot involving Homer traveling to a land of evil, brain-eating elf jockeys.
And what if I refuse to lose?
We'll eat your brain.
The episode, and this scene in particular, received near-unanimous condemnation, and many fans consider it one of the show's clearest shark-jumping moments. The Simpsons was now favoring nonsensical plots over grounded familial stories, and it was not a good look.
Or was it just a wonderful dream?
No dream. Lose the race, fat boy.
Number 5. Continuity? What's that?
Next item.
No, that's my memory box.
If there's one episode of The Simpsons that deserves to be purged from our collective memories, it's that 90s show. Not because it's bad necessarily, although it is that, but because it deconstructs decades worth of backstory and family history. Suddenly we see Homer and Marge as young, grungy, child-free adults in the 90s, even though their personal histories throughout the 70s and 80s are well established and an integral part of the Simpson family history.
I understand. We should follow the lead of today's celebrity role models.
The experiment was immediately met with utter disdain, as fans were insulted that the show ignored its own canon. If we wanted 90s nostalgia, we would have just watched the golden seasons.
This counts as your break.
Number 4. Pandemonium.
Wait till they see that their rare Chinese panda is nothing but a fat guy in a suit.
Why do I have to do the Lindy Hop?
Oh, that's the heart of the bit.
Season 12's Homer vs. Dignity is another series low point. Not only were its storylines and jokes recycled from past episodes, but it also featured a highly controversial scene wherein Homer is sexually assaulted by a panda. The scene is surprisingly graphic, as Homer is dragged away while kicking and screaming, and Moe even makes a creepy comment while watching the act take place.
Ping Ping just asked Sim Sim to marry him, and I think she just said yes.
The panda can later be seen spooning Homer, a joke implying that it had mated with him. The scene was a little too ridiculous for most Simpsons fans, and it is now regarded as an unfortunate stain on the series' legacy. Number 3. Bart's Attempt. If there's one thing we've established with this list, it's that Simpsons fans don't like when the show turns overly dark.
Good morning, sweetie. There's nothing you can say. After that game, my life is over.
As such, Season 18's The Boys of Bummer has quite the reputation. In this one, Bart goes mad and suicidal after the town turns against him for dropping a fly ball in an important baseball game. Usually Bart does something to deserve the negative attention, but this episode made him innocent and sympathetic for once. It also piled on the unnecessary hatred, culminating in a legitimate suicide attempt when Bart throws himself off a water tower.
I hate Bart Simpson!
I got him!
You stink, Laboot!
It was a depressing scene in a hateful and mean-spirited episode, and the fans were not having it.
Okay, Midge, you made us feel bad about what we done to your boy. But what can we do about it now? It's not like we can play the game over again.
Number 2. What Happens to Maude. The Simpsons took a major creative risk in killing off Maude Flanders. Unfortunately, it did not pay off in a satisfying manner. First, the death itself was done in a silly way, as Homer kneels to grab a bobby pin for some inane reason, resulting in Maude getting hit with a launched t-shirt.
Maude?
Oh my lord, she's dead!
We know Homer isn't the smartest person, but that is some contrived stuff right there. Viewers also didn't like that Homer was indirectly responsible for Maude's death, and some people found his portrayal in this episode to be crass and unsympathetic.
No, I really mean it, though. I mean, if it was you that died, I would have been on her so fast.
What are you saying?
What? Nothing. She was hot. What? You can't take a compliment?
You monster!
Finally, the episode proceeded to rush through Ned's grieving process, a process that some think deserved its own episode.
So, how'd you do tonight, Romeo?
I just can't relate to the women of today, Homer.
Everyone knows The Simpsons is a comedy, but Maude's send-off deserved better than this.
But I've been wondering if her decision to take Maude was, wrong.
Well, here's the thing. When a scripted show is on the air for over 30 years, there are gonna be a few stinkers. And yeah, presumably the continuity is gonna get a little messed up, especially for a cartoon. That being said, when was the last time you watched a new episode of The Simpsons? Yeah, case closed. But before we look at our most infuriating moment in the show's history, let's take a look at a few dishonorable mentions.
I just went to the bathroom for 2 minutes.
I know. Posted a video online.
Stupid Lisa, stupid Lisa, stupid Lisa.
Yes, that's right. Everyone laugh at the rag. But I was not always this bestained swatch you see before you. Oh, no, gentles.
Look at those squares making it nice and legal. We didn't need a piece of paper.
Eventually I'll die in your home, which will hurt the resale value, but it'll all be worth...
And what are you pathetic slobs going to do about it?
Well,
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Skinner is an imposter.
Happy anniversary, son.
Oh, mother.
When it comes to jumping the shark, most Simpsons fans point to Season 9's The Principal and the Pauper. In this infamous episode, it's revealed that Principal Skinner was actually an imposter, and that his real name is Armin Tamzarian.
You're not Seymour Skinner.
Skinner?
Skinner?
I'm Skinner.
This was such a controversial decision that most fans don't even consider it to be canon, and most have written it off as an unfortunate diversion that officially signaled the show's decline in quality. Even those involved in the creation of The Simpsons, including Harry Shearer and Matt Groening, have dismissed the episode and called the plot twist a major mistake.
Armin Tamzarian's back, and he's gonna take over the school again!
The show proceeded to fly off the rails, and it has never recovered.
It's nice you're alive, but you're just not what I'm looking for in a son. I'm glad you understand.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.